Hey everybody, this is a Review Revolution coming at you with the Marvel Legends Apocalypse series, Iron Fist. Now I will say, honestly, I don't know a lot about Iron Fist. I know he's co-starred in a lot of comics. There's been a lot of crossovers with him, but as far as his origins and any kind of really significant, situations, I can't really think of any offhand. The thing I guess I remember most about him was that he teamed up with Power Man, Luke Cage, the Power Man and Iron Fist comics. Those are the ones that I probably remember him playing the most significant part because he was a regular character. Beyond that, being other than just a martial arts character who has appeared here and there, I can't really think a lot about some of his main adversaries or some of the big moments that he was in. So that's a failure on my part. I apologize to any Iron Fist fans. Maybe you can help me out. Feel free to post any comments about the character down there in the bottom. But he is part of the Apocalypse line, and as such, we did want to go ahead and go over him. Taking a look at the pack, again, not going to take a whole long look at the pack. One thing I did want to point out is how the figures are showing in scale to the finished Apocalypse. This is going to be cool. Now, I've read how big he is, and I've had the figures for a while, but never really realized that how cool it will be to go ahead and open them up. So this is a great opportunity for me to go ahead and do that. On the back, we do have the other figures that are in the line. Bishop, of course, with his bald variant. I don't have any of the variants. I just bought the official characters, so I'm sorry to say we won't get a look at the bald version. Maybe one day. Wolverine with his unmasked version. Maestro. Sasquatch, which we've already done. And now Iron Fist with his red outfit. Oh, and of course X-23. Looking up here, we can see the picture of Iron Fist with all his stats. So take a look at that as you like. On his bio, it says, honor, dedication, and above all, purity of heart. Raised in the otherworldly kingdom of Kunlun as an unparalleled martial artist, Earthbound Danny Rand mastered the ability to focus his spiritual energy into the impervious fist of iron. Now, as the costume avenger called Iron Fist, he fights with the fury of his ancestors and a hope for a better tomorrow. So, that kind of tells you a little bit about the character. I don't think it's all that much more insightful than you get from any other superhero, actual hero. But that's what they have to say. I guess we'll take a moment, pop them out of the pack, get a closer look. Maybe you'll have some fun. Be right back. Alright, so now we've got Iron Fist out of the pack. And, well, let me first say, first off, he comes with basically 4 accessories, 2 of which I'm actually going to display with him on right now. And those are the ki waves, his energy waves that come off his hands. Though I don't really know any more about the character than I did. I read the comic that it came with, and I did some checking online, read a little bit about his history and some things. I still don't know really all that much more about him than I did before. I still don't really connect him to any of the major events that I used to follow in the Marvel Universe. So, though he's a very prolific character, he's shown up in a lot of different places, he's just not one that really stands out. Now, despite that, his figure, particularly with these accessories on him, just looks really great in terms of posing and having him on display. I think that really, really looks good. That really looks awesome. The reason that I did go ahead and start with the pieces on him are because the waves are made of this very soft kind of plastic. They kind of remind me of the energy waves that come off the DC Universe Red and Blue Superman, but these are much softer and don't really clip on nearly as well. So they would take too long for me to put on or put on from having them off. So I thought I'd start by putting them on there and let you take a look at them. But those are two of the accessories he has, and they go a long way to making him a very impressive display figure. As far as the character or the figure goes, there we go. Issues I have, not a whole lot. His chest, the dragon that's on there, I guess it could have been done a little bit better. I mean, it's kind of thrown on, but not terrible, and certainly recognizable in terms of the rest of the character. He has a little bit of yellow splotching on the front. Make your own joke. And on the mask, I don't know, somehow the mask looks a little dirty to me. I don't know if that's supposed to be just highlights or colors or what, but it does look a little dirty and not quite as clean and as nice as it probably could have. For his sculpt, the biggest issue I have with his sculpt is just the fact that he's got this huge neck. I mean, almost to the point where he doesn't have a neck. It's just kind of crazy. But otherwise, looks fine, looks great. Very much in line with the Marvel Legends figures. In the way of his articulation, now he does have this high collar made of a soft rubber, and he's got kind of the ribbons coming off the back of his mask. But neither one limit the articulation so bad that you're going to move him in, as far as getting him into a pose or something that you wouldn't normally have him in. So that works fine. His shoulder actually has a couple of different things. It does go back and forth on hinge, up and down, but then there's this extra, I don't know, kind of like this pump, I guess, if you will, that brings his arm up even further, which, may get him into some other kind of poses. Being a kung-fu martial artist, I'm sure for someone who's more creative than I am, can certainly go ahead and come up with some stuff. But he's got the bicep, double joint on the elbow. He does have a twist at the forearm, hinge on the wrist, and on the fingers. Now on this hand it is open, and I probably won't be using the hinge on the fingers much. On this hand, it actually curls into a fist. The iron fist, I would assume. So even though I'm not a big fan of open hands with articulation, with a hinge on them, because one's a fist and one's an open hand, I'll forgive it. I don't mind. He does come with a crunch and a twist at the waist. The legs come out and then out again or over. No kind of thigh cut like the DC Universe figures do, but the double jointed knees. Twist at the calf, on the ankle, and on the toe. So he comes with almost a full range of the Marvel Legend articulations. And looks good. I have to say that even though, like I said, he's not going to be a character that I'm going to recognize right off the bat, he'll still be one that probably gets a lot of prominence because on display, he is going to be a very cool-looking character, as you saw. He has the same kind of, straps or belt pieces hanging down. They're not like pegged in, per se. They don't look too flimsy. They look pretty secure. I still think they could probably break, but not something you can just accidentally knock off. Overall, very nice character, very nice. I'd certainly give him a 6. I probably would like him or give him a higher rating if I just knew a little bit more about him. The comic that he comes with, as you can see, nice prominent picture of Iron Fist on there. But again, nothing in it that really sheds any light on the character for me. There is the instructions to complete Apocalypse. Speaking of which, we have the right foot of Apocalypse, which is gigantic. It is bigger than he is. That is just tremendously huge. And I'll tell you right now, as we normally wrap up the wave and take a look at the figures and then put together the collect and connect or the Build-A-Figure, we'll probably do a 2-part after talking about everybody and putting Apocalypse together and just getting a look at the sheer size of this character. He is going to be monstrous. But for now, this has been the Review Revolution, saying rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. I thank all you guys for subscribing. Tell your friends, let them know. We've got the Race to 1,000 still going. Not too much further until we get to the 500. And from there, we'll take a look. So anyway, thank you again, and see you next time. Bye-bye.